Dear children, very good morning to all of you. For class 12th, I want to teach you here. For 11th, I want to teach you here Hornbill. Lesson number 5. These are the last paragraphs of this lesson. The rich get richer and the poor beget children, which condemns them to remain poor. The writer here says that those people who are rich, they become richer, and those who are poor, they born their children and they remain poor, live poor. More children does not mean more workers, merely more people without work. Here this line tells that more children does not mean more workers. Here if a person has more children, then it does not mean he has more workers, but his children will be up without work. More people will be up without work. It is not suggested that human beings be treated like cattle. It is not proposed that human beings be treated like cattle and compulsory and necessarily sterilized. But there is no alternative to voluntary. There is no alternative. Another thing, to voluntary family planning without introducing an element of coercion. The choice is really between control of population and perpetuation of poverty. Here the writer here says that there is no alternative thing from which people can control the birth rate of the children, and they can give more work to their children. Only one thing is necessary here, that people should control the population of birth rate of the population, means here the birth rate of their children, that they should not born more and more children, bear more and more children, that the poverty may prevail for them. The population of India is calculated to be 920 million. Estimated means here calculated to be 920 million today, more than the entire populations of Africa and South America put together. Here the writer says that India's population has been increased so much that if it is calculated, then its population is about to 920 millions. And today the entire population of Africa and South America is together. If we put together the population of these two countries, they are similar to India. No one familiar with the conditions in India would doubt that the hope of the people would die in their hungry hutments unless population control is given topmost priority. Until the population control is not done, here the people will die in their houses, hutments. For the first time in human history, we see a transcending concern, the survival not just of people but of planets. Here the writer is talking about the human history, that it is the first time that we see a transcending concern, the survival not just of the people, for the surviving of the people, but also the writer is talking about the planets also. We have begun to take the holistic view of very basis of our existence. We had viewed about our existence, how we will be alive. The environmental problem does not necessarily signal our demise. The environmental problem means here plants and trees are being cut day by day. So if it is not reduced, then they are indicating, signaling our demise. It is our passport for the future. These things, plants are the plants. If there would be plants, then people will get more and more oxygen, and they would be alive for the future. The emerging new world vision has ushered in the era of responsibility. It is a holistic view, an ecological view, seeing the world as an integrated whole rather than a desolated collection of parts. Here the writer is talking about he does not want to see the world as a part. He want to see it an integrated in a whole. Industry has a most crucial role to play in the new era of responsibility. Essential, crucial means here essential. Industry has a most essential role to play the new era of responsibility. What a transformation would be effected it more. The business shared, the business shared, the business shared the view of the chairman of DuPont, Mr. Edgar S. Woolard, who 5 years ago declared himself to be the company's chief environmental officer. He said our continued existence as a leading manufacturer requires that excel in environmental performances. Here, the chairman, Mr. Edgar, is talking about that people should. He declares himself a company's chief environmental officer, and he said that it is our for our existence we should there is a requirement that we should excel in environmental performances. Meant we should make improvement in environmental performances. Of all the statements made by Margaret Thatcher, the Margaret Thatcher made a comment during the years of her prime ministership. When she was prime minister, none has passed so decisively means deceitfully into the current coin of English usage as her felicitous words. No generation has a free hold on this earth. Here what she had declared, she has expressed that no generation has a free hold on this earth. All we have is a life tenancy with a full repairing lease. In the words of Mr. Lester Brown, we have not inherited this earth from our forefathers, we have borrowed it from our children. Here, Margaret Thatcher and the other environmentalists declare here that we have not gotten this earth, inherited this earth from our forefathers, but we have borrowed, we have lent it from our children. Thank you. It was the explanation. Dear children, this chapter has been finished. Here is the question related with this chapter, which I want to ask with you. What should people do to stop the population explosion? What the population of India is to be estimated? Thank you.